Hey guys, today we're talking about leadership. Now, these are the 4 hats I think any effective leader should be able to wear. Our first hat is being a servant. Now, as a servant leader, we need to be willing, ready, and able to do all of the dirty work, whether that's setting up, packing up, or cleaning up. Whatever it is, from scrubbing the toilets to mopping the floors to picking up trash in the parking lot. As a leader, we need to be ready, willing, and able to be a servant to everybody that we come across, no matter where that is, no matter how lowly we think their job is, no matter how high we think we are in our ivory tower. If we're not willing to come down into the lobby and work as a janitor, I don't think we should be a leader in whatever role, whatever capacity it is. This could be in our family, it could be at work, it could just be walking down the road with the dog. If we're not willing to serve that person or that animal, that thing that we're working for, we're not ready to be the leader of it. We need to be ready, willing, and able to lift up our team as well. If we're not lifting our team up, if we're not able to motivate them, if we're not going to sacrifice for the people that are around us, if we're not going to be ready to equip and sit down in the mud and the muck and push them up, if we're not ready to elevate the people around us, we shouldn't be leading them. We haven't got the right heart. We're not going to do them any good in the long run. Another important part of servant leadership is being a credit shaker. We don't want to be the kind of people that take every bit of praise for ourselves. We need to be ready to just pass that straight onto the team, to not even take the good words for ourselves. It should run straight off our back like water off a duck's back. If we're taking all of that praise, we're going to get puffed up and proud ourselves, and eventually we're going to do something toxic to our team. All of that credit, all of those good works, that's everyone on your team, that's everyone in the group around you. If you've got this servant attitude, you're already equipped better than many of the leaders that I've seen in my life. The next hat that we've got for a good, effective leader is our physician hat. This is our hat for caring for all of the people around us. We want to spend our time with them. We can't get to know people. We can't build relationships without spending our time. If we're not willing to give our time, we're not going to be able to have the conversations. We're not going to get to know people. We're not going to see what they value, what they've got to offer, what they can bring to the team. Even better, like I said with the servant leader, how we can equip them. The better we know our people, the better we're going to know their strengths and their weaknesses, and the better that we can minimize their weaknesses and push up their strengths. Boom, perfect leadership right there. Another thing that we can do when we're spending time with people is realize what they value. Give them little gifts, make them feel appreciated. That appreciation is going to go a long way to our morale and the culture that we'll get to in a little bit. Another thing a physician's going to do when they're taking care of their people is they're going to go the extra mile. They're going to see everything they begin through. They're going to make sure that they see the good and the bad and that they work through, that they push through it. It doesn't matter what comes up. If it's a good prognosis, if it's a bad one. If you've got cancer, you need to have a leader willing to cut that thing completely out. If there's something good going on, you need to be that kind of leader that's going to care for your people enough to celebrate with them. Get off your high horse if you're a leader, get down with them, celebrate, and make sure that you take away anything dangerous. As I'm saying with this physician thing, their health is on us. As the leader, the whole team's health is on us. We need to set the meetings. We need to set all of the outings. We need to set the groupings. We need to know these people so well. We know who they'll work well with, who they'll work poorly with, and how we can structure and build these teams to get the best we can out of the people while delivering the best experience we can to our people. Now, after this, the next hat that we've got is our tactician hat, We need to be planned ahead. If we've not got a tactic, if we've not got a vision, if we don't know where we're going, again, why are we bothering to try and lead people? Any mistakes that pop up, they're our fault. If we haven't planned ahead, we're going to look for blame straight away every single time. It's just human nature. As the leader, we need to make that tactic clear. We need to make that plan clear. We need to make sure that people know what they're doing, when they're doing it, how they're doing it. That's part of being a tactician. Next, know our stuff. As a tactician, you need to know what you don't know and what you do know. You need to have a good group of people around you that can humble you, people that can literally help you to see where you're up to, where you're at. If you don't actually know yourself, if you don't know your stuff, again, you're just going to be harmful to your team. This takes practice. Practice takes time. We need to be putting in the hours. As the tactician leader, every minute matters. We don't want to be just wasting our time on frivolous garbage. If we've got time to learn. Learn your stuff, know what you're doing, be a tactician. Lastly, let's be a conductor. That is all leadership really should be. We're trying to facilitate our teams. We're trying to facilitate a certain outcome. Let's make sure that we've got a standard. That standard needs to be a standard of excellence. We're not talking about being perfect here. All a standard of excellence is striving for the best we can every single time. As we go on, that's just going to grow and grow and grow. When we've got a team behind us that are all trying to do their best, all coming together, all put together under our careful leadership, that conducting becomes so much simpler, and the things that we're going to achieve, they just go beyond the moon. We can shoot for the stars and make sure that we hit some of them. Next, we've got demanding that excellence. That's got to begin with us. If we're not holding that standard, we can't expect it of anybody else. We need to be giving 125% to expect 90% from everybody else. After that, we need to make sure that we're showing that excellence. We don't want to just keep this hidden in the background. It's not just going to be an idea. Definitely not just going to be a policy written down on paper. That standard needs to be lived out in everything we do. From tying our shoes, getting ready, and coming in ready in front of these people every single day. We're showing up with that standard. We need to be prepared to coach. We can't expect a standard of excellence if we're not going to help the people achieve it. Again, we need to know our stuff so well that we can help these people through. We need to be ready, willing, and able to teach, to coach, to guide. We also need to make sure that we've got backup plans. Whatever we're doing, we need to be prepared to run it with every resource we've got available, but also have a backup plan to run it lean. Things go wrong, people get sick, things crumble, things get old and break. No matter what we're doing, have a lean backup plan, and you're going to look like a perfect, effective leader. From there, we want to be ready to sit out anybody that isn't keeping up our standard. When we're working with volunteers, this can be incredibly tricky to do. We feel like we need to just keep the ball rolling, keep the momentum moving, but sometimes it's better to let the people that can't keep up with us sit back, sit out, regroup, and let's bring them back in next time. If you guys put on these 4 hats, the servant, the physician, the tactician, and the conductor, you're going to be an amazing boss, an amazing leader, an amazing coach, whatever group you're in, whether it's family, whether it's work, whether it's just your group of friends when you go out. Everyone's got to step up and be a leader. This is how you do it. Enjoy, guys. Go get it.